In a world obsessed with speed, convenience, and the next big thing, there's a community that quietly rejects it all. No smartphones, no social media, no cars, no electricity from the grid. Meet the Amish, one of the most unique societies in America. They've turned their backs on modern technology, yet continue to thrive in the heart of the 21st century. But who are they? Why do they live like it's the 1800s? And how do they survive in a world that's constantly changing? Let's step inside the lives of the Amish, America's tech free society. The Amish are a group of traditionalist Christian communities descended from Swiss German Anabaptists. Their story begins in Europe during the Protestant Reformation, when a devout man named Jacob Amann broke away from the mainstream Mennonite church in the late 1600s. His followers, eventually called the Amish, believed in strict simplicity, nonviolence, and a complete separation from worldly influences. Persecuted for their beliefs, they fled to America in the 1700s, settling in Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Indiana. Today, over 350,000 Amish live in the U.S., and their numbers are growing. But unlike other religious groups, the Amish are famous for what they don't do: no electricity, no internet, and no modern conveniences most of us can't live without. To outsiders, the Amish rejection of technology can seem extreme. But to the Amish, it's not about hating tech, it's about protecting their way of life. They follow a principle called the Ordnung, an unwritten set of rules that governs everything from clothing to farming to how they interact with the outside world. Technology, in their view, disrupts community life, encourages pride, and leads to dependence. Electricity ties them to the outside world. Cars lead people away from their local communities. Televisions bring in unwanted influences, so they choose simpler tools like horse drawn buggies, hand cranked washing machines, and gas powered engines for the sake of preserving their values. Life in an Amish household begins at dawn. Men and boys head to the fields, working the land using plows drawn by horses. Women prepare breakfast from scratch, tend to gardens, and care for the children. The Amish are farmers, craftsmen, and small business owners. They run furniture shops, bakeries, and even construction companies, all without relying on electricity. Children attend one room schoolhouses until the eighth grade, taught by young Amish women who often were students there just a few years prior. Evenings are for family, Bible reading, and community gatherings. There's no Netflix, no scrolling, no screens. Just conversation, connection, and quiet. But what happens when Amish teens want to taste the outside world? That's where Rumspringa comes in, a unique period where Amish youth, usually around age 16, are allowed to explore modern life. Some drive cars, wear English clothes, go to parties, or even try out smartphones. The goal? To make an informed decision, whether to return to the Amish church or leave it behind forever. Surprisingly, over 80% choose to stay. Why? Because despite the allure of modern freedom, many find peace, purpose, and meaning in the simplicity of their upbringing. Though they live simply, the Amish aren't cut off from the economy. In fact, they're thriving. Amish businesses generate billions of dollars annually, thanks to craftsmanship, work ethic, and a reputation for quality. They sell produce, baked goods, handmade furniture, and construction services. They pay taxes, don't take government assistance, and believe in hard work over handouts. Their success proves that you don't need high speed internet or fancy gadgets to build a sustainable and prosperous life. But Amish life isn't perfect. They face health challenges due to limited access to modern medicine. Women's rights are often limited, and mental health issues can go untreated. Those who leave the community sometimes face shunning, even by their own families. And contrary to popular belief, not all Amish communities are the same. Some are more open to modern tools like solar panels or cell phones for business, while others remain extremely conservative. The Amish are not a monolith, but a patchwork of groups, each interpreting their beliefs differently. In a digital age filled with noise, distraction, and burnout, the Amish remind us that life doesn't have to be so complicated. They show us the power of community over consumerism, purpose over popularity, and simplicity over speed. Maybe we don't need to live without electricity, but what if we unplugged even just a little? What might we discover about ourselves if we slowed down? The Amish aren't stuck in the past, they've chosen a different path, one rooted in faith, family, and simplicity, and maybe, just maybe, in our race toward the future, we've left something important behind. Thanks for watching. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a break from the digital world. See you next time.